Hey guys, Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today, I finally finished off the last unit on the team here. So I wanted to show off for you guys my Majin Power / Power Absorption team. I have done videos with this team build before, around the time when the categories first came out during the worldwide celebration. This is my favourite build of the team, and as you can see from the thumbnail, or the title of the video even, probably both, this is the Rainbow Friend, who has been up ever since the worldwide celebration, so shout out to you. But as you can see, every single unit on the team is now level 10 links. I have done some videos on each of them, like solo. But the most recent one, funnily enough, was Android 13. I was leveling up Android 13 at the same time as Super 17, and I didn't realize that one of his links, I think it was Metamorphosis, was still at 9. So I put him back on my link level team a few days ago, and he literally finished just before I decided to record the video. So now that he's done, this is something that I had wanted to do a little while ago when he was on my link level team originally. And then I just started like switching out the units, putting in different ones. Like obviously when we find out things are coming out, like sometimes I need to try and rush to link level certain units. But yeah, so this team is incredibly good. I'm not going to like go on the record and say this is like the most optimal version of this team or anything like that, because it probably isn't. I mean, just the fact that Android 21 is on the team probably makes it not the optimal version of the team, but you know, best Dragon Ball waifu, we have to have the Queen on the team. Plus, as I mentioned in the showcase that I did for her, having her on the team, she acts as the third Android unit that you need in order for Android 13 to actually transform. So we already had our Boo rotation set up, so I guess we'll do this here. Since the Boo tanks is stack, we probably want them to super attack more, or at least whenever possible. So I thought we'd jump into the latest Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, the Shadow Dragons one, just because it is, I don't know if it is technically the hardest one, but it's the newest one, so why not? And it's a nice little bit of crossover, like the final set of enemies from GT versus the Majin Power Absorption team. Unfortunately, Super 17 starting off on the off rotation to where we would actually want him to be is kind of annoying, because it does mean we are gonna have to take a while for him to get built up, because obviously he needs to get attacked a whole bunch of times in order to fully max out his passive. So this would have been a perfect turn to put him in slot 1, but we want the other rotation to be the Super 17 and 13, both of them now of course Rainbow, full level 10 links, and then the friend Boo being Rainbow alongside the STR Boo, Super Boo, who, you know, he was always a meme for a while because he was not good, let's just put it that way, but the link level update definitely helped out every single like Majin unit, because Majin became a good link. A lot of the links that they have picked up quite a lot of extra like attack and defense as well. So of course Super 17 double supers on against the enemy who can't be damaged with key-based super attacks, but at least he doesn't heal from them, I guess. So we'll go ahead and do this, because putting 13 and 21 together is very good here, because yeah, 13's got almost all of his links active. 21 obviously very good link partner with Android 13. The Boo not so much, but he will eventually get floated off, because that's obviously just my Boo. Once we have Super 17 onto this rotation, he's obviously going to be the main tank. And to be fair, I think by the time we get them around together again, Android 13 will be transforming. So that does mean, unfortunately, we lose the Android support part of his passive. Wow, a lot of these units have key-based super attacks, huh? 71 damage from a super attack. Alright, let's go. So we get the Buhan transformation, which is what we want. That's the other bad thing about this unit, I guess, is if you get unlucky and you're going into the turn where he transforms, the Boo Piccolo is actually quite good as well. But the Boo Tanks, I think, is definitely the worst version that he can transform into. So you need to be careful, because if you get that transformation like part way through, especially in a long event like this, like we don't want him to be Boo Tanks. especially on a setup like this where we're running him with the LR, because obviously eventually we will transform the LR into Buhan as well, and then they both have Big Bad Boss. I think they pretty much have the exact same link set once they're both transformed into Buhan, so this is the ideal setup that we want here. I mean, look at the damage that this guy does. And he's not even transformed yet. I'm going to wait a little while. I mean, obviously, he's not one of those units where you need to purposely delay transforming him to make him good, because even if we transformed him now, his defense would be good enough to see us through the rest of the event. But I do like to see them hitting some crazy numbers. But yeah, now we have 17 and 13 together. Unfortunately, Super 17 hasn't had any build-up yet at all. So we will see how we go here. So yeah, 1.6 on turn 1, I guess, for him without support. He's been hit once. So he does need time to build up, obviously, but we all know at this point, once he's actually fully maxed out, he is pretty damn good. So it's just unfortunate that he started off in the wrong position in terms of the starting rotations, because now we're only just getting him into the setup that we want him to be on. So, but anyway, one person we haven't really talked about yet is the AGL Boo Piccolo. I think mine has one dupe. He's really, really good. Like, he has built-in dodge. He's a very solid support. And obviously, just like all the others, like, because he's a margin unit, by being at full level 10 links, he gets a huge amount of bonus. Yeah, so we already have just under 250k defense without support. So I think we'll go, we'll do one more turn and then we'll transform the Rainbow Buhan. Because obviously Buhan, he stacks his defense on his 18 key and attack on his 12 key. So sometimes you kind of want to go for the 12 key super, just so you can keep stacking up that attack to hit some crazy levels later on in the event. Ideally, you want the turns where you 18 key super with him and then he additionals, obviously, into the 12 key super. But yeah, this Boo, he has a couple of decent links with our Android boys as well. Like, the fact that he has Metamorphosis is good. Nice little bit of healing. That's the one big thing about this team that we will notice, especially when we get towards the later parts, because so far, I mean, look at us here, we're still on full health. So many units on this team heal either at the start of the turn or from their links or with damage. Like I think 21 heals when she super attacks before transformation. Once she transforms, she heals at the start of the turn. But yeah, this team just has so much healing, and then when you couple that in with the fact that our two main rotation tanks, Super 17 and then the LR Boo, like, they just don't really take any damage. So you couple that on top of the huge amount of health that you can get back in one turn. As long as you're not doing an event where you can instantly die from full health, you're pretty much always going to be able to recover. Because even if they do like half of our HP damage in one turn, we're going to get onto the next turn and heal like a huge chunk of that back straight away. And there you go, Boo with the built-in dodge. Even when he doesn't dodge, double-digit damage. So yeah, this team at full level 10 links is pretty disgusting. Right, so we're at almost 300k defense with the friend. I think we can go ahead and transform now. Why not? We'll transform this one at least. So I'll be interested to see what his all his stats are going to be post transformation here, because obviously level 10 links, now we have big bad bosses. So yeah, every single link except legendary power. So yeah, looking good. Oh, 388k defense. Okay, that's pretty good. And then he raises attack for one turn, and yeah, so it's just raises attack for one turn. So we're not going to see him stack his attack any higher. This is why I was saying that sometimes it's good in the earlier stages before you transform to actually get off some of the 12 key supers so you can stack up that attack. Because 6.5, okay. Because this is the thing about the LR Boo, right? So 6.5, he's rainbow level 10 links, right? There are other LRs that can hit attack stats higher than that. But he does also have almost 400k defense. He has a ridiculously good link set. He has the healing as well. Like, he's just so good. And then yeah, we get 21 transform here, so we can put her on the end. She obviously has Metamorphosis with 17, which again, sorry, 13, which again is even more healing during the turn. So let's see. If we get the Dokkan attack here, I kind of don't want to because I know Bootanks will probably just one-shot next to, well, Buhan now will probably just one-shot. So yeah, let's go ahead and not get it here. Because if Super 17 doesn't crit, then obviously we won't do crazy amounts of damage. So, type disadvantage super attack, 57. Wow. I think that's the most damage we've taken so far at any point in this event. And it's literally because it was a type disadvantage super attack. And it didn't even really do that much damage when you think about type disadvantage supers. So, good times. The team, basically unkillable. So yeah, certain other teams, like when you look at like the Battle of Wits / Majin Buu Saga or Realm of Gods, like excluding the anniversary units obviously because we are on global, there are teams that definitely have a much higher like damage output, but I feel like you could take this team into almost any event and you're just not going to die. I don't know, it'll be interesting to see. I probably will have to do when the different like battles against all the gods like events come to global as part of the anniversary. It'll be really interesting to see how well this team does in one of those events, because some of the units like the Buu Piccolo, especially because mine only has the one dupe, and like Android 21, they definitely are a little bit more of a liability defensively, so maybe we would have to change the lineup slightly. But the LR Buu obviously continues to be very, very impressive to me, so he's definitely a card that I've been saving my red coins for when we get to the anniversary. Obviously, as always, do your summons first. But yeah, once we're done summoning on the anniversary banners, I do have red coins set aside to try and get at least one extra dupe of him and the Vegito. So obviously, if the summons go well and we pull a couple of dupes for them, I'll end up using those coins for something else. But as it stands at the moment, if I was for some reason able to do all of my summons on both banners and not pull any extra copies of either of them, I'm definitely prioritizing my red coins for an extra copy of both the Buu and the STR Vegito. So, but alright, we're up to Nova. So Ice. Ice, of course, being int means that he's going to get absolutely destroyed by the two physical LR Buus. Super 17 double supering, let's go. Is his passive fully built up yet? Let me see when he gets hit here. Nice crit, there we go. Alright, yeah, so his passive is fully built up now. So without support, fairly decent attack stat. Obviously the thing that makes Super 17 so good is that he can hit numbers like that while also having an insane level of defense. Double supers from 13 as well, let's go. So both the AGL Android boys on this turn, double supering. Did basically half of his entire health bar in the one turn. So 13, 130k. There we go. See, now we're going to start to take a little bit of damage. 13, obviously not the tank that Super 17 is. But let's see just how quickly we can recover all of this HP. So, oh, okay, well, there you go. All of these units with their links and their start of the turn HP, we were kind of close to what? 50? I think we were close to being at 50%. Maybe 60% HP if I want to be super generous at the start of the turn. And then all of the start of the turn healing kicked in and we went back to full health. So, yeah, this team is very hard to kill. And of course, the LR Buhan going to take double-digit damage here. The fact that I think every single unit on the team except for the Buu Piccolo has big bad bosses as well, which of course, one of the best links in the game, especially like at level 10. 5.7 crit, okay. Bye! Alright, so Sin, and then we get on to the Omegas. I did bring, I knew we wouldn't really need to use like healing items, but I did bring the green like plant thing that lets us heal off the rotation locking that the Omegas do, because as I've mentioned before in numerous videos, that is by far the mechanic that I hate the most that enemies use in some of these events, like locking your rotations in place. Especially with, like, this run is a good example, right? It took us a couple of turns to get our rotation the way we wanted it, because Super 17 started off in slot 7. So you go into an event, you spend a whole bunch of time putting your rotations together so you can actually use the team the way you built it. And then you get to a stage where the game's just like, oh no, you wanted to run those units on the same turn? Nah. So we don't like that. So Boo not dodging a super. So here we go, down to half HP again. Oh look, start of the turn. Basically back to full. Now, the good thing about this is, with you being locked in the middle, I don't even need to fix my rotation, because now you get legendary power active as well. So, yeah. So we'll pick up some same type orbs here. We'll grab these, and then we'll grab these. So there's another good reason to not transform my Boo as the third slot floater. Obviously, he would be better if he transforms, but situations like this don't even need to heal the rotation locking now, because STR Super Boo in slot 1 will be fine. He's got type advantage, and then the LR Boo Han in the middle now has Big Bad Bosses active thanks to the third slot guy, so 6.47. Because obviously if we transformed R1 into the Boo Han, then they can't link together anymore. So, yeah, pretty good damage there. Additional normal attack for just over 1 million damage, you know, that's all. And then 3.5 on the frame one. Remember, like, mine's been building up for longer because he hasn't been transformed now, but like 3.5 million attack stat on a 55% LR. That will take very little damage, heals you. Crazy. Alright, so I guess we should really do this. We don't really need Metamorphosis to be active because Super 17 is the better tank here. So we'll go ahead and do this. And the thing is as well, the team having so much healing, like so much recovery, of course he did, yeah. The team having so much recovery allows you to run units like 21, who is a little bit more defensively weak. So, for example, on this turn specifically, where we're getting attacked by an enemy that has type advantage over her, she probably will take quite a bit of damage from these normal attacks. But then once we get into the next turn, we're basically just going to heal it all back anyway. So, as long as she doesn't take, what, 140k from normal attacks at the end of the turn here, then we'll be okay. So, 1.5. Pretty sure we can't lower his attack at this point, so, which is unfortunate because that is another very useful aspect of 21's kit. But additional, yeah, see, 61k. I mean, 61k from type disadvantage on what the final stage of an Infinite Dragon Ball history. That's not that bad. And then you can see here at the start of the turn, basically full heals. Shall we fix up the air? We probably should. So let's use this. We could have no items there. There's no real reason to like force this, but we might as well. So do this. Watch him super attack in slot 1 again. Grab those for you. But of course, remember that the Boo Piccolo, one of the reasons why him and the TN are so good is not only are they good cards in and of themselves, but attack 30% is very good. Like, if they were just attack and defense 30%, they'd be really good. But defense 50% to the power absorption allies. And that's the great thing as well, because he's power absorption and not margin power. So he does support all the androids. So we are looking at, what, 466k defense for the LR friend. And even the Super Boo has, like, almost 180. So, once we grab all the same type orbs, despite all the damage we took last turn, we are barely taking anything. And then, yeah, with all that extra defense, despite having type disadvantage, and everybody memeing about how terrible he is, STR Super Boo taking double-digit damage from an AGL, like, final boss. And then 7.3 million from Boo Han. Okay. Alright, well, yep, 4 million crit, and we're going to get the additional, okay, so 4.6 on his 12 key. I think this is the first time seeing his 12 key animation in this video, which I do really like his 12 key super as well. So another 1.37. Oh, and an additional normal attack as well, okay. Because obviously he does have the chance to additional from his passive, same as the Vegito. So can the AGL Boo Piccolo finish him off here? Probably at 69% he doesn't do enough damage. If it had been a crit, maybe, but I guess that means that I was gonna say, I guess that means we get to finish him off with our boy Super 17. But do I really need to use another item here? Probably not. Let's let 55% untransformed Boo finish it off. I was thinking about popping the transformation, but well, I mean, we're literally about to win, so it kind of just feels like a waste of time, like going through the 20 or 30 odd seconds of him transforming. So yeah, 2.7 for a 55%. Obviously, this is in no way his best rotation, no support. But there you go. Like, this team is absolutely ridiculous. I would say that this is one of my favorite teams. I've always been a big fan of the Android category, but that team has had no real love or support for quite a long time, which is why I was quite happy with power absorption as a category, because with Boo having margin power and power absorption, like, this team that we can put together I think is really, really good. And so yeah, for this whole run, maybe it wasn't the quickest, we didn't beat our best time or anything, but we used one item that was literally just to heal the rotation locking. We didn't use any items to actually heal or increase defense or anything like that. So yeah, this team is pretty much invincible. So there you go. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Let me know down below, what is your build for margin power or power absorption, and what is your favorite category team to run? Let us know down below in the comment section. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.